Africa is dividing. Yes, you heard that correctly. Scientists say our continent is literally breaking apart, and in the future, a brand new ocean will appear right in the middle of Africa. It sounds like a movie, but it is real. Cracks are opening in the ground. Valleys are sinking. The land beneath millions of Africans is shifting. But here is the question. Is this just ordinary science? Or is there something deeper, maybe even prophetic, about the earth tearing apart in Africa? Stay tuned, because this is bigger than you think. Now let's see the great lifts. Across Ethiopia, Kenya and Tanzania, scientists have been studying what they call the East African Lift System. It is one of the largest geological features on Earth. Imagine the ground splitting slowly, over millions of years. That is what is happening. Roads have already been cut into two by giant cracks in Kenya. Entire valleys are stretching wider. Lakes are growing bigger because the land is pulling apart. This lift is so massive that satellites in space can see it. It runs thousands of kilometers, starting from Ethiopia in the north, passing through Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, and ending in Mozambique in the south. The plates are moving. What causes this? Deep below our feet, the Earth's crust is broken into giant pieces called the tectonic plates. In East Africa, two plates, the Nubian plate and the Somalia plates, are pulling apart from each other. Think of it like slowly tearing a pieces of bread apart. At first, you see small cracks. Then, as you pull harder, the bread breaks completely. This is exactly what is happening under Africa. This process is slow. Scientists estimate it could take 5 to 10 millions of years before the split is complete. But even now, we can already see the first signs with our eyes. Now let's talk about a new ocean. Here is the shocking part. As the land continues to split, water from the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean will eventually rush in. Over time, this will create a brand new ocean right in the middle of Africa. When this happens, the Horn of Africa, Somalia, parts of Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania will drift away from the rest of the continent and form its own separate landmass. The rest of Africa will remain on the western side. So, the map of Africa that we know today will not be the map of Africa in the future. But who will be affected? The countries in the lift zone are already feeling the effects. Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Somalia, Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, and Mozambique are all affected. Even parts of Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and Zambia are not left out. People living in these regions often face small earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and unstable land. Lakes like Lake Tanganyika and Lake Malawi exist today because of these lifts. And as the split grows, more lakes will form and more land will sink. Millions of Africans could one day find themselves living behind a new ocean. Let's see the debate. Now here is where the debate comes in. Scientists say this is simply geology, the natural movement of the earth that takes millions of years. They say we should not panic. But others believe this could be a sign of something greater. Some link it to prophecies that say the earth will be divided in the last days. Religious voices argue that Africa's split could carry spiritual meaning, not just scientific facts. So what do you believe? Is this just science, or is it prophecy unfolding before our eyes? Now let's see the bigger meaning. Beyond science and religion, there are also political and economic questions. If a new ocean forms, who will control it? Who will own the oil, the gas, the fish, and the sea routes that comes with it? Could this divide Africa politically and economically, and not just geographically? Will new nation rise from this split? Or will the continent find a way to use this natural change to its advantage? In conclusion, one thing is certain: Africa is changing. The ground is moving beneath our feet, slowly but surely. Whether you see it as science, prophecy, or politics, history is unfolding in real time. So let's ask you, the viewers, what do you think? Is Africa's Great Split something to fear? Or is it a new beginning? Should we see it as a scientific fact or as a spiritual warning? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's debate.